Hey, everybody. Thank you for dialing in early. Nice to see you all. I know there's a few people that are slowly trickling in. So we will begin in about 3 minutes, and I hope to see you soon. I'm just going to put myself on mute and take off the camera until we officially start. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our exclusive webinar. It is Friday, August 28th, 6:30 p.m. Central Time. We're getting started right on time. Please give me a positive indication if you can hear me and if you can see me. There's a little button there that says raise your hand. And also tell me if you can just let me know if it's echoing too much, because I do have a microphone that I can use. If you could just drop it in the chat below and tell me if it's echoing and or if you're able to hear me okay. We are waiting for people to trickle in. This is quite a successful turnout. Thank you for being here. I'm very excited to be here with you all and share this presentation with you. And we will be starting in exactly 1 minute as the people start trickling in. Thank you once again. Very excited to meet you and look forward to talking to you on a one-on-one call. Okay, great. So it seems like we are okay. There's no echo, and we will get started. So thank you very much for dialing in one more time. My name is Raza Khan, Chief Investment Officer of Qila Capital. Super excited to share with you what we have going on. We have people dialing in from all across the country, all different time zones. Thank you for making the time. We know you're busy. We know a lot's going on. The long weekend is right around the corner. So thank you for dialing in. Much appreciated. And you know what? Just to respect your time, we're not going to wait any longer. We're going to get started right away. So, okay, great. So I'm going to share my screen, and please let me know if you're able to see my screen okay. If I could just have a raise of hands. Perfect. Thank you so much. All right. So the topic of today's conversation is hotel investing insights revealed. How smart accredited investors create cash flow and get exclusive discounts with branded hotels in 2025. Over the next 15 minutes, hopefully 15 to 20 minutes, I want to prove to you why hospitality is the best asset class to invest in 2025 and how we've created the ultimate solution for accredited investors like you. Okay. Thank you very much. Before we begin, here's a little disclaimer that we are only allowed to take accredited investors. Our offerings are under the 506C Regulation D, exempt from of within that statute of the Securities and Exchange Commission. An accredited investor is somebody that has a household income of 200,000, or they have a net worth of at least $1 million. So a lot of people in today's economy do qualify, but please make sure that you are qualified, and you will be required to verify that if you decide to invest with us. Okay. And everything we're discussing today is not financial advice. We're not allowed to be doing that. We're not financial advisors, and we're not CPAs. We tell everybody, talk to your CPA, talk to your financial advisor. Okay. So the agenda is we're going to talk. I'm going to talk for about 15 minutes. I don't want to take too much of your time because time is money. It's the most valuable commodity. And after that, we'll open the floor to Q&A. And if you have any questions, you can type it in the button below, which says Q&A. Okay. Great. So welcome to Qila Capital. We are so again, once again, for people that are dialing in just now, trickling in, my name is Raza Khan. I'm the Chief Investment Officer of Qila Capital. We are a real estate investment company located in San Antonio, Texas. We specialize in two different asset classes. One of them is hospitality. One of them is healthcare. We love them both, and today we'll be talking about hospitality. We have about $100 million plus million dollars in assets under management, and we have combined experience of over 50 years. We're all specialists in what we do. And our number one goal is to be the fortress for wealth preservation for our capital, for our investors. And Qila, the word Qila means fortification or a fort. And just like how a fort protects the valuable, whatever's valuable inside, we like to be the fortress of wealth preservation for our investors, because we know that you've worked really hard for your money and your nest egg, and you want to protect it and you want to put it somewhere safe. And that's what we are here for. Okay. So what makes us unique? We have a proven track record. We have a very successful strategy that works for us and our investors. And we put our investors first. We don't overpromise and underdeliver. We want to underpromise and overdeliver, and really grow the nest egg that our investors place with us. We'll be talking a little bit more about the strategy and our latest offering in a moment. And if you're interested, I'd be happy to share this deck with you after the call. And you'll also have an opportunity to schedule a one-on-one discovery call with me if you're interested. Our leadership team brings a lot of value and a lot of experience to the table. So our CEO is Mr. Kuldeep Gyani. He's a very experienced operator and an expert in hospitality and healthcare. And he's been able to accumulate and build a fantastic portfolio of hotels in our portfolio, which perform really well. And he's the man behind the secret sauce, which we'll be sharing in a moment. We have Dr. Fareed Shah, who's our Chief Medical Officer. He focuses on the medical portfolio, which consists of freestanding ERs and a couple of other healthcare related practices. And then there's me, Raza Khan. I bring the fund management and finance side to the table. What I love doing the most is talking to investors and just building relationships and taking care of people. So I'm the point of contact when it comes to any questions you may have, and that's why I'm doing this webinar. So we don't want to get too much into detail of about the partners, but I'd be happy to discuss this with you in a separate conversation. Our portfolio, like I said, consists of healthcare and hospitality. Uh, Sector perform really well in good economies and in bad economies. Our portfolio consists of primarily in Texas, mainly in South Texas. So anything south of Austin, Austin, San Antonio, and especially the border towns, we have a very heavy presence in Laredo, McAllen, and Brownsville. This is a part of Texas that's often overlooked by people. So, but that's where the money is made, and it seems to be working well for us. This is what the portfolio currently looks like. We have the Laredo ER, which is a freestanding emergency room, out-of-network emergency room in Laredo. We have the Staybridge Suites Hotel. We have a courtyard here in San Antonio. And the Staybridge Suites specifically is a very successful case study in what good hotel management looks like and what good value add looks like. So this hotel has an average occupancy of over 95%. I know that sounds too good to be true, but it is. And that is because we manage it very, very effectively. And we have contracts with the Department of Defense, the government. And, it's worked really well for us. These are some of the other assets that we have in our portfolio, and there are some more that are not listed on here. And if you're interested in learning more about our background, I'd be happy to share that with you. But this conversation is mainly about the opportunity and about the lifestyle of hotel investing, which I really want to get into without wasting your time. So I'm just going to skip ahead and talk about it. Okay, here we are. The meat and potatoes of today's discussion. Why hospitality is the best investment in 2025. Okay. So there are a lot of investment opportunities that are out there. Bulk of our investors are people that are busy people, physicians, entrepreneurs, people of all kinds that are busy making money and specializing in what they're good at. And they are not necessarily specialists in real estate investing. And there are some people that are very sophisticated, but there are a lot of opportunities available to you out there, and you may be bombarded with them on Facebook or Instagram, different opportunities out there. We believe hospitality is the best because of multiple reasons, which I'll talk about right now. First of all, it's a hybrid between real estate and a business. It's underwritten like real estate, but it is more like a business, right? You're staffing people, front desk people, cleaning people. You have a general manager, you have a shuttle driver, you have kitchen staff, bar staff. So it is like real estate. It is underwritten like real estate, but it is more of a business than it is like traditional real estate, like multifamily or industrial or office, where there's active management that's required. And the beauty of real estate is that if you manage something right and you bring up the net operating income and the net profit of the asset, the valuation goes up accordingly. So that's why we love hotels. They cash flow, because people travel for work, people travel for business, and it's a basic demand, especially in America where the economy is booming. The S&P just hit an all-time high last week. So cash flow, which is an amazing thing about hospitality. The second amazing thing is appreciation. As I mentioned, it's a hybrid. So if we are able to bring up the profitability of the asset by effectively managing it, and by lowering the cost and by marketing it better and bringing up the revenue, we can also effectively bring up the value of the property of the hotel. The third thing is recession resilience. Amazing thing about hospitality that people travel because they don't necessarily travel for tourism, they also travel for work. We have traveling nurses that were traveling everywhere during COVID. We have the Department of Defense folks, the Army people, military folks that are traveling because they're being deployed. We have people that are, coming to San Antonio, for example, because they're going to college here, and parents are visiting their kids. All types of different reasons why people travel. And especially in booming economies, people travel even more. Okay. Number four, the best part and the greatest secret that nobody talks about that we offer our investors is the lifestyle benefits. So true freedom means living at your terms, like I said here, and enjoying the fruits of your labor. When you make money, you want to be able to enjoy it. You want to be able to travel and, see the world. This is one of the great benefits of investing in branded hotels that you can get exclusive perks and discounts, which we'll talk about in a moment. Our investment opportunity offers discounts to over 10,000 Bonvoy properties around the world. Imagine going to Tokyo, imagine going to London or New York or Paris and staying at the Ritz-Carlton for what it would cost for you to stay at a Westin or a Sheraton. So we'll talk about that in a moment as well. And if you have any questions, I hope you do. Please save them until the end. We'll have an open forum. Let's talk about the opportunity. Right now, we're raising money for a hotel in San Antonio, Texas. It's the Aloft at the San Antonio airport. This is a premier flag hotel, a Marriott flag in the heart of San Antonio. San Antonio is a city that's often, sidelined because there are a lot of bigger cities in Texas, like Dallas, Houston, and Austin. But San Antonio is the seventh largest city in the country. People don't realize that. What people also don't realize, which is worth mentioning, is that San Antonio is known as the military city. It has the largest number of military bases in the United States, 5 major bases. As a matter of fact, the Air Force basic training happens here. So anybody that's enlisted into the Air Force comes to San Antonio and they get deployed here for training. So San Antonio is a major city. This hotel is located 6 minutes away from the San Antonio airport, SAT. SAT sees over 11 million annual passengers. It's quite a significant number, as you can imagine. And it is undergoing a $2 billion expansion right now. They're building a brand new terminal, which is going to replace the main terminal, or actually it's going to expand it. And that is a testament to the growing demand for people coming in and out of San Antonio and just the growth that's happening in the city. It's absolutely a fantastic place to be. It's minutes away from Austin, and of course the border is not too far away either. Let's talk about the summary now. So we are raising a total of $16,135,000 for the hotel. We are doing it without any bank financing. That's the beauty. That's another thing that makes our product unique, that we don't want to use any bank financing right now because it's not a good environment. It's not a favorable environment to be borrowing money from the bank because the rates are high and the banks are scared. We'd rather use all that money. We'd rather raise the money in equity and give that benefit to our investors. So the total acquisition price is $10.5 million. The property improvement plan is $4.5 million. What that means is that is the update that's required to freshen up the hotel. That has to happen over 36 months, and all branded hotels are required to do a PIP every few years. And that's when they freshen up the hotel, new furniture, new look, new logo, new carpets, all that stuff. And that's required by the franchise, by Marriott. And then $750,000 in operational reserves, legal fees, and franchise fee that's paid directly to the brand, to Marriott. One thing you may notice on here is that there are no acquisition fees of any kind. That's something that makes us unique. We want to give the ultimate value to our investors. We've created our offering without any fees of any kind. So we're not charging any acquisition fees. We're not charging a management fee. We're not charging asset management fee. We're not charging an exit fee or accounting fee, nothing like that. So we want to be the true operational partners for our investors and give them value by paying them a preferred distribution and taking care of them first, which we'll talk about in a moment. So we already talked about San Antonio. These are all the significant landmarks that are close by the hotel. All right. And we can obviously discuss that in a one-on-one call or by email if you're interested. So we're giving our investors 2 different options to invest. Option number 1 is a growth fund, which is a 5-year holding period. And then option number 2 is an income note, which is a 2-year holding period. You'll notice there are no fees of any kind on here. Okay. If you're opting for the growth fund, the 5-year option, You have two options. If you're investing up to $500,000, you get an 8% preferred distribution. If you're investing more than $500,000, you get a 10% preferred distribution plus profit sharing. For those that are very savvy, investment savvy, the IRR, their internal rate of return, is 13% and 17%. Okay. And if you're going for the 2-year income note option, it is a 10-year coupon, 10% coupon payment, no profit sharing, but it's a 2-year note. You get a 10% annual return, which is paid to you on a quarterly basis. Okay. I think we're doing okay for time. So I'm going to conclude momentarily and open up the floor to questions. Now, the best part is that there are hotel discounts provided to investors that invest at least $100,000. And by the way, you're able to invest this as cash or with your IRA, your retirement fund, or as a trust. Okay. This is the best part. This is the part that I was excited about. I just want to show you a before and after of what that discount looks like. So imagine you invested $100,000. Not only are you getting a fantastic return and your money's safe in a product that is, there's no risky development, there's no construction, there's no, it's relatively safe, there's no debt. Not only are you getting a good return, but you are also getting these discounts, which are not capped, okay? And we have not factored in that value, the savings, into the IRR, the internal rate of return. So the IRR is calculated strictly as a financial calculation. It does not include the savings that you get when you travel, because people travel differently and some people travel more, some people travel less. So here we are, we're looking at an example, beautiful hotel, the Ritz-Carlton in Laguna Niguel in California, near LA, Laguna Beach. So without the discount, the same hotel is almost $1,200 a night, $1,172. With the discount is $281 a night. Okay, absolutely amazing. Another example, the W in New York, Times Square. Before the discount, this is $453. After the discount, it's $257. And by the way, these quotes were generated today, 2 hours ago, actually, because I specifically requested that I get some samples so we can share with the investors. So whatever you're seeing right now, these are examples that were, these are screenshots from a phone, from the Bonvoy app, the Marriott Bonvoy app that was done a few hours ago. Last example, London, Marriott County Hall. £542 a night, GBP. After the discount, £133 a night. Absolutely amazing. So that kind of concludes the conversation. Who can invest? We already talked about it. How it works is very simple. I will drop a link in the comment right now momentarily if you would like to schedule a one-on-one call with me. I love talking with investors. I love talking with people. Schedule a call with me. We'll talk for 15-20 minutes. I'll walk you through the process. I'll answer any questions you may have and you go into detail. But the steps are very simple. We have an investment portal. You log on to the portal, you do your accreditation status check, you provide you do your KYC, verify your identification, sign the investment documents, fund your investment document. Very simple. Okay. And at this time, I will open up the floor to the Q&A. So thank you very much for your attention, and I would love to hear some questions now. Please type it in that little box below. So we have a question here. Is there an exit multiple if sold in the future? I am not sure what you mean by that question. Let me just, I'm going to answer it live. So here we go. Is there an exit multiple if sold in the future? If I don't understand that question, but what I'm guessing you're asking is whether you're going to be getting a profit share upon exit. Yes, you will be if you are investing in the growth fund, the 5-year option. If you're investing in the 5-year option, you'll be getting a preferred distribution, either 8% or 10%, depending on how much you invest. Plus, you'll be getting 50% of the profits upon exit, the capital gains. Okay. Are there any other questions at this time? If you would like to put it in the chat, or if you'd like to put it in the Q&A, please let me know. And if there's anything that I did not cover that you'd like to know more about, please go ahead. We have another question. What do you mean 50% of the capital gain at sale? So if we're buying the hotel for X amount of dollars and we hope we're going to be stabilizing the hotel, obviously, we're going to be running it efficiently and managing it properly, bringing down the cost, bringing up the revenue. We are going to be at that point when we sell or when we refi the property, according to the law by the Securities and Exchange regulations, we're mandated by the regulations to have an exit horizon for our investors. Okay, so when we exit the fund, when we give the money back to the investors, it's going to happen at a liquidity event. That liquidity event could either be a refinance when the rates come down, or it could be a sale of the hotel. So whatever the valuation difference is, hypothetically speaking, let's say we bought it for 10 and we sold it for 15, whatever that differential is, the investors would be getting that profit and as on a 50-50 basis. So the target IRR is what we have, like I said, is between 13 to 17%. We're going to be delivering that IRR with the capital gains and with the preferred distributions. Thank you for your question. Another question we have is, who runs the operations of the hotel? Who runs the operations of the hotel? So there is a management company. So, because this is a premium property, this is a Marriott branded property. We have to have a Marriott approved hotel management company operate the hotel. So there is a company, it's called Providence Hospitality Partners, based out of Colorado. They also manage two of our other hotels, and they perform really well. They're the ones that are going to be operating the hotel, and they're going to be charging a very reasonable hotel management fee compared to other companies. Another question we have is, can you invest in a self-directed IRA? Yes, you can, absolutely. And we encourage people to do that. It is one of the Sorry about that, everybody. I lost my connection, but I'm back. So the question that we had was, can you invest using your self-directed IRA? Yes, you can. And it's very simple to do that. If you have a custodian already, we can simply send you our PPM, the private placement memorandum, and the deal disclosure document. You can show that to the custodian, and the custodian can wire the money over. If you have a self-directed IRA LLC, you can also do that. You can do that with your LLC because it gives you checkbook control. So again, we're not financial advisors. I'm not a CPA. You can certainly have a discussion with your CPA about this. But if you would like to talk to me about this offline, I'm happy to answer that question. But it's very straightforward, just to summarize. We have another question. Is the Marriott discount a code we type on booking? Yes, it is. If you are a Bonvoy member, if you are a regular Bonvoy user, you know that when you're booking something from the through the Marriott Bonvoy app or through the website, your Bonvoy account, it gives you an option of choosing a code, like the military code, discount code, etc. And one of the options there is the MMP code, which is called the Explore Rate. Um, that is where you put the code in, and we can answer that question for you offline of how it works, but there's no limit to it. There's a dedicated email address, in our team. There's a designated person in our team that handles these inquiries from investors. You just reach out to her, Preeti. She's actually in the call right now, and you reach out to her. She'll issue you a letter, and that letter. You book your stay. At least we need to have a heads up of a month, preferably, before your travel. And you just take your code, you take your letter, you book your stay, and you take your letter, and they check it when you are checking into the hotel. And it's as simple as that. Do we have any other questions? Please don't be shy. I'm here, and I would love to answer your questions. If you have anything else to say, please let me know. And if there's anything that I've not clarified. So at this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my the meeting link with everybody. So it's very simple: discovery.qilacapital.com. Okay. Discovery.qilacapital.com. You can go to this link, and it's going to take you to my calendar directly. And if that doesn't work, it should be working, but just in case it doesn't work, there's another link that you can use. And you can just click on that and schedule a call with me. We have another question. Do we need a letter of approval from your office? The question is, are you saying we need to get a letter of approval from your office each time we book a Bonvoy room? No, not every time. What you have to do is you have to get a letter that is valid for either, I think it's 2 months, I believe. And Priti, if you can clarify that, please. But basically, you need a letter, and you book your stay, and then you go and you show them that. But that's how it works. That's how the Bonvoy system works. The code, and then you just need proof that you're eligible for that discount. Okay. Qila Capital. I'm typing it right here. And the gentleman that asked this question, I would love to discuss this with you offline and explain this further. There's no limit. You can use it as many times as you like. You can stay as many times as you like. That's not the issue. But the way Bonvoy is structured is they require proof that you're eligible for that discount, and it has to be issued every 2 months, I believe. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. So I just dropped 2 links in the call. There's the discovery.qilacapital.com. That's for my calendar. And if for some reason technology fails us, then we have a second link there that you can use as well. What is the target? We have another question. What is the target funding date for investors? Also for travel, are you able to leverage existing Bonvoy Elite benefits? Great question. The target funding date, so we are under contract to acquire this hotel right now as we speak. And what's going to happen is we have to raise the equity, the acquisition portion of the hotel, of the raise within 60 days, 45 to 60 days. And we're well on track because there's overwhelming demand, and we already have soft commitments and hard commitments that have been funded. As a matter of fact, we have a couple of investors that are on the call right now. So hello, good seeing you again. So the funding date is like I said, within 45 days. And that's the acquisition component, which is $10.5 million. We need to raise that within that time frame. The second question you have is for travel. Are we able to leverage existing Bonvoy Elite benefits? I will have to get back to you on that. I apologize. I don't have the answer to that question right now, but I will get back to you. I'm going to note your name down and I'm going to get back to you on that. Thank you for your question. Okay, and can we get a copy of the deck? Yes, you can. I will certainly, I will share with you. There's going to be a follow-up email that's going to be sent to you after this webinar, and you can, I'll share the deck with you. As a matter of fact, I will share the actual offering memorandum, which shows you everything on the. It's very similar to this deck, and I'll share that with you. It answers all your questions. And I'll send an email after this webinar, certainly. Thank you very much for your question. Any other questions? We are at 7 o'clock. If there are no further questions, we can end the call, but don't worry, you can get on a call with me directly. Like I said, discovery.qilacapital.com. It's a long weekend, but starting Tuesday, I am back, and certainly be happy to meet with you and discuss this with you further. Thank you very much for your time. I hope that you got great value from this discussion. And we're going to make this a frequent thing. Next week, I'll be hosting another webinar. It's going to be on a slightly different topic. It's going to be on the One Big Beautiful Bill, which was just passed recently. And it's more on the topic of how this bill impacts investors. Obviously, no financial advice is going to be shared, but we're just going to be discussing what this bill means for people, especially fund investors. So would love to see you again and would love to see you in person. Thank you so much for your time. God bless. Have a great day and have a happy long weekend. Bye-bye.